Hello there, world. Johnny R here. Welcome to Harvester. This one's a bit of a doozy, so I'm putting a content warning because it has plenty of violence in it, uh, a little bit of sexual content, like later in the game, and loads of derogatory comments towards different types of people, which might not be appropriate for modern day viewers. So I just want to warn you all, this is a very intense game. With that said, let's roll the intro and start the game. Alright, here we are starting the game with Harvester. Gameplay tips. A penny saved is hardly worth the effort. Your character on the screen. If you're stuck in a puzzle, talk to the other characters. Yeah, so this uses live action characters, but like against animated backgrounds. Back then, this is really, really cool. Basketball, autographed by GPF. Okay. Oh, can't go that way. If we click on our guy here, Steve, we can check. Well, we don't have the inventory right now. Check the closet. 7 flannel shirts, accompanied by matching blue jeans, are hanging neatly in the closet. Chair. Cheap folding chair, such as a yeah. Dresser drawer is unlocked. Sunglasses. As of yet, the future isn't so bright. Examine the pen. Can't grab those. Grab the quarter. And yeah, you have to examine everything, so. Doesn't appear to be anything else. Let's back up. Almost like a Nancy Drew game, if you've ever played any of those. Except a lot darker. An empty trash can so clean you could eat from it. P-51 Mustang. Alright. Alright, let's head out. Yeah, they're using live actors, but like, you know, the animation's a little weird, you know. Who are you? Hank?
What?
Who are you?
Leave me alone, Steve, or I'll tell Mom on you.
Oh, so he's like a brother. Mom?
Mom's in the kitchen, and if you bug me, I'll call her.
Look, do you know me?
Wish I didn't, 'cause then you wouldn't be my brother, and I'd have your room, and all the presents at Christmas. Though I will soon enough anyway, 'cause you're a lousy rat.
You're my brother?
No duh.
Listen, I don't mean to, bug you, but I can't seem to remember anything. Will you please just tell me who you are?
Mom, Steve is bugging me.
Steve, leave Hank alone right now.
Why am I a rat? What did I do to you?
You went and got all mushy on that girl, and now you're lighting out on me. Well, if that's the way you're gonna be, then you can drop dead.
Lighting out? What are you talking about?
What do you mean I'm lighting out on you?
First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes Steve in a baby carriage.
What the hell are you talking about?
Mom, Steve said hell.
Young man, don't you dare use that kind of language in this house.
How'd you like that?
Why are you so mad at me?
'Cause you're lighting out on me to go off with that stupid girl. So tough it. I don't care anyway.
What girl?
I don't know what girl you're talking about.
All summer, it's been Stephanie this and Stephanie that. And now you don't remember? You think I'm dumb or something?
No, I just can't remember anything, like I said.
Well, you better remember quick, 'cause the wedding's in 2 weeks.
What?
Leave me alone so I can watch TV.
Alright, let's
Good. Fine.
not bother him. Pass through for the kitchen. Yeah, let's, into the kitchen. Oh, so this is Mom, I'm guessing.
Well, hello there. How about some cookies? There's plenty of rejects in the trash.
Who are you?
That's a fine way to talk to your mother.
You're my mother?
That's right. Though sometimes I get treated like the hired help around here.
I don't remember you.
Of course you don't. Until you need your socks washed.
No, you don't understand. I can't remember where I am or even who I am.
Oops, sorry, my camera's
Land's
kinda...
sake, stop your joshing, won't you? Honestly, Steve, I thought you'd grow up a little after graduation. I only hope that new job will plant your feet on the ground.
So that's my name. Steve.
Your name will be M.U.D. Mud if you don't stop teasing me, young man.
Listen, this may sound strange, but I've lost my memory. Do you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious.
Sure, and next you'll be telling me you don't remember Hank and your little sister.
Graduation.
When did I graduate?
4 months ago, as if you could forget that.
What college?
College? A high school diploma is all you need to get a job. And besides, you can't marry Stephanie if you're going to waste your time going to college. 18 years old and you're just now getting your first job. It's a disgrace, but better late than never. I guess we can thank Stephanie for that.
So yeah, your character literally wakes up, and even you as the player, it's kind of like you're, you know, like, whoa, what's going on, you know? So it's pretty weird.
And just who is Stephanie?
Don't you dare toy with that sweet girl. If you start in on her with all this amnesia poop, she'll think her fiancé is having second thoughts about the wedding.
The wedding.
Look, all this talk about weddings is nuts. I'm not marrying anybody till I figure out what's going on here.
First the heartbreak of psoriasis, and now this. 2 weeks before the wedding and you're backing out. Whatever will the neighbors think?
I can't marry someone I don't even know.
Fine, Have it your way, but leave me out of it. If you're going to break Stephanie's heart, you march right next door and do it yourself. And don't expect me to write you a note.
Fiance?
Fiance? This is insane!
What?
Oh, you're not having second thoughts about marrying Stephanie? Is that what this silliness is all about? Pre-wedding jitters?
Can something like that produce amnesia?
Stop this foolishness right now and count your blessings. Stephanie is great at cooking and cleaning.
Like, what's that mean?
What's cooking and cleaning got to do with anything?
Honestly, boys are so dense. What else is there for a wife but cooking and cleaning? You may not appreciate a hot meal on a clean plate when it's there, but if it wasn't, we'd hear about it soon enough, I'll bet.
You're saying that's all there is to marriage? Cooking and cleaning?
Well, you'll have to ask your father about that, but I'm sure Stephanie will do her duty when the time comes.
So clearly we're, back in the old days. Looks like about the 1950s, I think, or 60s. Duty.
Bless your innocence, but there are certain disgusting truths that go along with marriage. Facts that can't be disguised by sheets which wrap around the contours of flexing go-go's and bouncing legs. You can't know what I'm talking about, and that's best. When the time comes to make a baby with Stephanie, you'll have to make your peace with the fact that when a farmer plants his seed, he can't help but get some nasty dirt on his hoe.
Okay.
Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
Cookies? These cookies are hot out of the oven. Yeah? Because they're in the oven. Cookies are baking in the oven. Fire extinguisher. Fireman Sparky's super foamy fire extinguisher. Baby crib. Newborn is sleeping soundly. A cabinet that smells of dirty diapers. Ugh. An expertly embroidered old-fashioned wall plaque. Alright, let's get out of here. So apparently I need to marry someone. Stephanie. Master bedroom. It's firmly locked. Globe. Stunning depiction of the Earth made of paper mache. Old-fashioned console television. Yeah, I bet a lot of you viewers out here aren't used to these type of TVs. Back in my day, pendulum-driven cuckoo clock, with the cuckoo oddly absent. Examine the cabinet. Fine bone china gleams from the mahogany shelves. There is a glow from behind the cabinet. Pick up newspaper. Use it on your inventory. So now we have it, along with a quarter and a pen. Ah. Okay, so Jimmy James. Mom said to leave the paper out for Jimmy, so newspaper. Right. And then we.
Hey, Steve, I'm Jimmy James. Remember me?
I guess not.
Hey, Steve, you've been doing a swell job putting the paper out in the morning. You just keep doing that and we won't have any problems. That's not much to ask, is it? See you later, alligator. See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile. Okay. Examine the disc. Alright. Air conditioners back in the day. Antenna. Wholesome old-fashioned electromagnetic sphere. You feel it humming in your dreams. Security bars. Alright, let's move out into the town. Your house. So what did they say? What did Mom say? Next door. Garage door. Needs a new paint job. mean, those are cartoony bullet things. It's too high to look into. You know what this kind of reminds me of, actually, is do you ever see the cover art for The Regulators by Richard Bachman, also known as Stephen King? Yeah, if you look up The Regulators, it's really weird. And that's what it kind of reminds me of, like the intro and everything. Glass is so clear, the reflection makes it difficult to see. Let's see if Stephanie's home. Mr. Potsdam. Well, let's try to be a good husband, you know? Music's really weird.
There he is, my future son-in-law. And how's he doing today? What brings him to the Potsdam household, huh? Huh?
Let's play along. I lost my memory. I came over to see Stephanie. Yeah.
Oh, you'll have to ask the missus about that. Stephanie's grounded to the wedding. Can't have her changing her mind at the last minute. Not with all that meat at stake.
Meat at stake?
Meat is the foundation of any decent society. Everyone needs at least 3 servings of red meat a day. And anyone who says otherwise is a commie. And once you're married to Stephanie, I'll be part of the family too. And your father will give me all the meat I want. Kind of makes up for not getting into the lodge.
What is the lodge?
Why are you so anxious to get into the lodge?
There's wonders inside. I've heard there's more meat in there than they know what to do. Now that you're of age, Steve, you might go down to the post office and fill out a lodge application. They're always looking for new blood.
Okay, Stephanie. Why is she grounded?
Well, don't look at me. Mrs. Potsdam wants Stephanie to study hard for her finals. If it was up to me, you could go straight upstairs, but you know, the little woman, you'll have to ask her permission to see Stephanie. Sorry, Steve. The last thing I want to do is upset you and your father before the wedding. Not with the meat at stake. You will remind your dad about the meat. Won't you?
Yeah. And the mother's in the kitchen. Mrs. Potsdam, how are you doing?
Hello, Steve. Have you flossed today?
Sure. I'd like to see you, what's her name? Stephanie.
Well, Stephanie is grounded, Steve.
Why?
I'm sure I don't know. Mr. Potsdam has sent her to her room, and in her room she'll stay until Mr. Potsdam says otherwise. Probably until the wedding.
Oh, it's one of those families. The wedding.
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it's set for 3 weeks. We're holding it over at Shady Oaks, Mr. Moynihan's funeral parlor.
Say what?
Now, I know it's not a very romantic place, but there's nowhere else to hold it, thanks to Mr. Potsdam. You
Mr.
mustn't
Potsdam?
be too hard on Mr. Potsdam, Steve. He's a disappointed man. No matter how many lodge admission forms he fills out, they keep turning him down. He has a new application in, though, so keep your fingers crossed. If he joins the lodge, you and Stephanie can have your wedding in the Chapel of Love, rather than over at Moynihan's place. Give my regards to your parents.
It's kind of weird that Mr. and Mrs. Potsdam refer to each other as such, but, oh, right.
Hello, dear.
Yes, please.
She's upstairs. Go right on up. Just remember, she's grounded until the wedding. Give my regards to your parents.
It's kind of weird. Yeah, let's go upstairs. The weird UFO music. Oh, this is a bathroom. Never mind. Oh. Is that Stephanie? Yes.
Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
Haven't you heard? We're getting married.
So, you're the one. Steve, isn't it?
You mean you don't know me?
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't remember anything. How many times do I have to say it?
Just one, Stephanie, because I can't remember a damn thing either.
Really? Oh God, I thought it was just me.
You're not alone. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Those people downstairs have locked me in my room. They say I'm grounded until the wedding.
Who are those people?
They claim to be my parents. I can't dispute it because I can't remember for sure one way or the other, but it doesn't feel right. I believe you. Maybe some of these people believe you too. Maybe they're playing dumb.
Why?
Maybe they're responsible. Either way, something really weird is going on here. I've got to escape, and so do you. Because in a way, whether you know it or not, I think we're both grounded.
It's kind of weird.
It's been hell. They treat me well, but they won't let me leave this room. Not even to go out in the yard. Not until the wedding.
They won't tell you why?
Each one blames the other for grounding me. They make up different excuses. Different things I did, none of which I remember. So I sit up here, watch the world outside my window, and listen to the noises in the house.
What do you think I should do next? Escape.
Escape?
Harvest is a prison, Steve. Don't forget that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Of course I'm right.
Amnesia.
Maybe my amnesia isn't total after all. You're familiar to me. Like we've met before. In another life.
Maybe we really do live here. Maybe we were together, and the same thing happened to both of us. An accident. Something.
Neither of us has bumps on our heads, if that's what you're getting at.
Have you been able to remember anything else? Anything at all?
Well, I have had these recurring dreams. Just fragments, really. Strange, abstract images. Liquid, chrome.
Probably just a dream.
Well, have you thought about how to escape Harvest?
No.
Come back and visit me soon, okay?
Alright, so it appears we have to go to Lodge to get an application. Oh yeah, we just moved to the edge of the map here and it'll move us. The Lodge. Alright, here we are at the Lodge. Sergeant at Arms.
Only initiates may enter the Hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon.
Did you say something?
I did not speak, but my mind touched yours.
Telepathy. But how?
Only those who seek enlightenment warrant my attention. Do you hunger for true knowledge?
Yes, I'd like to join the Lodge.
There are always obstacles to the path. You must first fill out an application to be considered for initiation into the mysteries.
Paperwork? Why would I fill out a stupid form?
Members of the Order are privy to many hidden truths.
Such as?
They know what the trees whisper to the wind to make it howl. They know what the worm knows as it squirms in a rotting leg. They know what you've forgotten.
You're talking about my amnesia, aren't you?
When you find the path, truth will be revealed to you. When you possess the truth, you will know what you knew. And if anything remains forgotten, then it was never worth the knowing.
Postmaster Boyle.
Yes?
I need some help. Mr.
Postmaster Boyle, what can I do for you today?
I'd like a lodge application. I'd like a lodge application.
Sorry, youngster, we're out of applications right now.
Come on, you must have one around here somewhere.
Well, I do have the master, but you can't write on that. And I only make copies once a month, on the button, regular as clockwork.
Well, can I go get one at the lodge instead?
Afraid not, son. You can't get them anywhere but the post office. I'm sorry, you'll just have to come back in a month, same as anyone else. And even then, I can't guarantee you'll get an application. The line is always long, and there are never enough to go around.
It's very important that I get in quickly.
That's what they all say. Postmaster Boyle, I'll just die if I don't get into the lodge. I can't make an exception, young man. It just wouldn't be right. Next time you post, don't forget the zip code.
This is the missile base. Oh. Okay. B-17. Extreme danger. Electrified chain link fence surrounds a base. Looks kind of small. Because they have the nuclear missiles. Alright, let's talk to you. Wait, what? What's going on? Oh, we all exploded. He's too busy working to notice you. Alright, let's head inside. Oh. Hello, Mrs. Phelps.
Can I help you, dear?
Who are you?
This is Phelps General Store, so who would that make me? Maybe you need to go back to Gein Memorial and have Miss Whaley teach you about logic.
I'm fuzzy on a lot of things these days. My memory's gone.
Pshaw, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious, I need some help.
Well, they say a sharp blow to the head is a good thing for amnesia, in which case I'd recommend Miss Whaley again. Then again, they say a good scare can jog the memory, in which case I'd advise you to visit the Sergeant at Arms over at the lodge. That man gives me the willies. Speaking of willies, how's your father?
Don't know. Haven't seen him.
Care to buy anything today?
Well, I got a quarter, but yes, please.
Just point to whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing.
Operate the shelf. Adult magazine for 25 cents. Yep. Coffee cans. Soup cans. A rat poison. Alright. I gotta pay her before anything, so... Oops. Yeah. Quarter.
A girly magazine? Why, Steve, I'm surprised at you. I'd expect that sort of thing from Deputy Loomis, but never from you. He's always coming in here oogling the girly magazines behind my counter. Darned if I'd sell him one, though. I know his wife, for heaven's sakes.
Well, will you sell me one?
I certainly will, Steve. That kind of interest is healthy for a young fellow. Steers him away from being a fireman.
A red brick building with a horrible stench is coming from within. It's a lot of cats. Splotch. This used to be a kitty cat. Oh. Pat O'Reilly.
Steve, how's your father? Is he better?
About the same, I guess.
He's been away from work for weeks, and when I call your house, your mother won't let me talk to him.
I haven't seen him either.
This is a fine kettle of fish, I must say, though I am glad to see you taking an interest in the business in your dad's absence.
Who are you?
Aw, Steve, I didn't want to believe that amnesia hokum. Now you're saying you don't remember your pal Pat O'Reilly?
What is the family business?
You may come to realize that this business is not for everybody. Just ask your poor, ill dad. It takes dedication and a strong stomach. A lot of times, when I'm finished scrubbing up and digging the bits of intestine out from my fingernails, I must confess I don't have much appetite for red meat. But red meat is one of the principal food groups, and you've got to have it. So when you can do this all day and help yourself to a juicy red steak afterwards, then by golly, you can call yourself a butcher.
Yeah, sorry, it's...
Of course, amnesia would certainly help that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, sorry about that. This game is run in DOSBox, so the weird screen is going to get kind of confusing. Dad's illness.
What exactly is wrong with your dad?
I don't know. I can't get in to see him. Look, I'm not kidding about the amnesia. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you always were such a kidder, Steve.
Funny how that's beginning to sound like a stock answer. Like it was coached.
You sure are acting like a kidder, son. With your dad ill, you're gonna need to start behaving like an adult. Especially if you're gonna take over the family business.
Alright, let's go to the memorial school next. Maybe that'll help us remember. Principal. Oh.
Steve, good of you to drop by, big guy. Haven't seen you since graduation. A lot of changes, I hear.
You could say that.
Good, good. That's a nice part of my job. Turning fine young men and women out into the world, and then watching them prosper. Of course, I was able to reach more people at the old Sentinel, God bless her. But then again, I never got to see the results of my work up close before.
Who are you?
You know very well I'm Mr. Harold, the principal of Gain Memorial. Steve, I've heard about this amnesia nonsense. I had hoped you'd be in the lodge by now, fine young fellow like yourself. But now, I think maybe you need a little more quality time.
What is quality time?
What do you mean, quality time?
Some, like Miss Whaley, favor stern discipline, corporal punishment, as a means of socialization. Myself, I temper discipline with love. Quality time can be such a warm, sharing experience. After just a few sessions, you'd stop this amnesia nonsense and become a productive member of society and a fit candidate for the lodge.
Okay, amnesia.
You turned out pretty good, except for that amnesia nonsense.
It's not nonsense.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Maybe you need a little straightening out. Oh, the things I could do to you. You'd be a much finer young man with just a little quality time.
Right.
Drop in again soon. Adult education is a wonderful thing, as is adult quality time.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It gets worse. Alright. Children look stunned and zombified. Examine the paper cutouts. Even the paper cutouts look stunned and zombified. Projector carefully engineered to produce sound good when played underwater. Rough sketch in the lodge. Miss Whaley.
My goodness, class, this is Stephen. He used to be a student here at Gein Memorial. Say hello, class. They're reticent. The educator's greatest problem today is the apathy of the students.
What's wrong with their
heads? I can tell you in one word, Stephen. Discipline. Thank goodness you weren't a sulky bear. You were always a smiley bear.
Then, you remember me?
Not as such. So many pupils, Stephen. They come and they go. But I can always spot those who were nice boys. You can tell from the forehead. The lobes. Right, class? I'm glad you stopped by, Stephen. Would you care to say a few words to the class about civic responsibility?
Not really. I was just passing through.
Oh, but you must, Stephen. A positive role model might be just the thing to inspire these little monsters. Stephen, have you any questions for me? Or shall I continue with class? Ask away, then.
What's this about Harvest?
Can you tell me anything about Harvest?
Harvest was founded by the Order of the Harvest Moon about 100 years ago.
For what purpose?
Why, I'm sure you'd have to ask them. You'll find the members of the Order at the lodge.
This lodge. What do you know about it?
The building itself, like Harvest, was constructed with a specific purpose in mind. That noble intent is known only to those within the Order. You're at about the right age to join them, Stephen, and you will do so if you care about your future.
What's it say here about corporal punishment?
We don't practice corporal punishment here. I've never believed in that old adage, spare the rod and spoil the child. A rod is too thin, but a baseball bat? That bridges the generation gap quite nicely. Oh dear, Colonel Monroe is conducting another air raid drill. Everyone into the hallway, quick!
If an A-bomb hits, what good is it gonna do to duck and cover?
My stars, that was exciting.
That's one of the more tamer scenes. Let's get out of here. Alright, I think I'm going to call it a part for here. If you all want to see more, then I'll definitely play more. This game gets really bad, though. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hope to see you again next time. This is Johnny R. signing off for the night. Have a good night, everyone.